Houston learned yesterday that their new sanctuary city policy is going to cost them $110 million in state funding. Their mayor calls it a crisis. This is Tuesday, April 14th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for making the Texas Minute part of your Tuesday. In a statement issued late yesterday afternoon, Houston Mayor John Whitmire announced that Texas's largest city was facing a, quote, crisis situation with a loss of $110 million in state funding. Last week, you might recall, the Houston City Council voted to revive their sanctuary city policies for illegal aliens. The new city ordinance eliminates a requirement that Houston Police Department officers hold individuals for up to 30 minutes in order to allow federal immigration agents time to respond. Under the new policy, a routine stop ends when the original lawful reason for the stop ends. The office of the governor notified the city yesterday that the council's new policy regarding illegal aliens puts Houston at odds with state law. A spokesman for Governor Greg Abbott told Texas Scorecard that cities and counties are expected to cooperate with immigration officials in keeping Texans safe. Republican U.S. Representative Tony Gonzales of San Antonio announced last night that he will resign from Congress later today. This comes amid mounting pressure tied to multiple reports detailing his communications with female staffers and an ongoing investigation by the House Ethics Committee. Last month, Gonzales was forced into a Republican primary runoff by conservative activist Brandon Herrera, but Gonzales withdrew from the contest just days later under pressure from new revelations about his misconduct. There were reports that the House was preparing to consider expulsion proceedings against Gonzales as quickly as this week. Joining Gonzales in resigning in disgrace today will be California Democrat Eric Swalwell. He had also faced allegations of severe sexual misconduct involving his own staff. Good riddance to both of these creeps. Dr. Susan Balbelina has been named by the Texas A&M System Board of Regents as the sole finalist to lead the flagship campus in College Station. Balbelina currently serves as the system's executive vice chancellor. She began her career 30 years ago with the A&M system as a county agent with the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, which was then known as the Texas Agriculture Extension Service. The Rudder Association called the announcement of Balbelina's selection, quote, welcome news, after voicing concerns about prior presidential candidates. Under state law, Regents must now wait at least 21 days after naming a sole finalist before voting to confirm her as the president. She will face scrutiny from lawmakers, alumni, and students who remember how quickly the last two A&M presidencies unraveled in scandals driven by adherence to left-wing ideological causes. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Do you feel increasingly isolated? Like the world has gone insane and you are part of one small, clear-headed remnant? Let me be the first to tell you, you're not alone. I'm Sarah Gonzales, and on my new show, Come and Take It, I'm going to call out the crazy so you can be empowered to change Texas and the nation. Overcome the schemes of the left designed to keep Texans paralyzed and silent. Watch or listen to Come and Take It today.
A landowner-backed nonprofit says that state bureaucrats are racing to build extra high-voltage transmission lines into the energy-rich Permian Basin instead of adding new, reliable power plants into the grid. The Texas-based American Stewards of Liberty argues that the project threatens private land, will raise electric bills, and defies Governor Greg Abbott's post-2021 blackout reliability directive. They and other critics of the project contend that a geographically limited program has been allowed to morph into a $33 billion statewide endeavor with little public input. It is expected to add $200 to the average household's annual energy costs. Among other things, the project will connect more unreliable wind and solar farms to the grid, even as ratepayers expect more reliable energy sources. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Brandon Walton, Sidney Henry, Adam Kahn, and Robert Montoya. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State now. Let's go make it a great day.